Not everybody's getting paid. Let's get back
this,
to
man.
the television.
You got
Now,
two.
you're being a homer.
Come on.
No, he said it.
Don't start me.
No,
He's
not
a
bad
bad man.
anymore.
Go Tigers.
Sound Off is ready. Are you?
LSU has gone through some tumultuous times over the
Say the
decades
least,
and
Rick.
decades.
Say
But
the least,
last
man.
week and this week, it's just crazy and chaos. Welcome
is
to
not the word,
Sound
Rick.
Off, Caesar Sportsbook, Horseshoe Lake Charles. We're going to try to sort it all out. You got
I
two
don't know if we
insiders
can.
of LSU.
I
right-
don't know if we can.
Maybe not, but we're going to try. Welcome to the show. We got a
Man.
great half
God.
hour
It's
of
not
sports
just
entertainment. for you.
LSU. You have to sort out. You have to sort out this whole banana republic posing as a state.
Wow.
Hold on to those opinions.
Scooter's got a lot more to say about that
Yeah.
than I do.
All right.
Okay.
We know LSU is without a head coach.
Yeah.
Now they're without an AD. That's going back from last week,
Yeah.
and we didn't cover it last week.
And to
So
say the
we
least,
got
we
we
haven't
got a whole
even
lot.
gotten the president in
Search
place yet.
committee, president
Wow.
trying to be assigned. It's crazy. All right. And O saying, I'm a truck ride away. I'll come back to Baton Rouge.
Coach O.
I'll
We
straighten
want you,
everything
Coach
out.
O. Come on back, Coach
The
O.
firings
Coach O to the
continue in the
rescue.
Won't
SEC.
you, Coach
Auburn
O?
now, Hugh Freeze is gone. You're saying Kentucky and
Kentucky's
Stoops
next.
may be gone. It's just craziness. It's chaos all around college football.
It's big money, Rick.
Cowboys, cowgirl
Big money.
basketball, they topped it off, and the Saints 1-8. Yeehaw! All
Yeah.
right. I remember a line from one of my favorite westerns, Tombstone. Val Kilmer playing Doc Holliday, and he
Tombstone.
says, "You're in for a reckoning when it comes to Wyatt Earp." Governor Landry executed a reckoning on Brian Kelly and now Scott Woodard. It's Governor Landry's reckoning, guys. Clearly, he's pulling the strings.
Oh, it's
He is pulling the
obvious.
levers.
It is obvious, and I don't know how. I guess he had a lot to do with getting Brian Kelly fired. He certainly was a one-man band getting
Yep.
rid of Scott Woodward.
Yeah.
No matter what the Board of Supervisors tell you,
Mm-hmm.
which try to say the governor was not involved, that is absolute BS. I
The
mean,
governor appoints the board of supervisors,
Yeah.
which
well, that is true.
you all know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But
That-
the governor was at the game on Saturday, so
What does that mean?
I guess he really saw what took place.
Well, he saw it firsthand, and he caught the vibe
You
in the
understand what I'm
luxury
saying, Scooter?
suites.
He was at
with the movers
game.
and shakers
He
and
was
the
at
money
the
people.
A&M game.
And
He was
they
there.
were not happy. And those guys behind the scenes, the money guys, all right, those are the guys saying, this, we're tired of our money not going in the right direction. So it all balled into that whole chaotic
Yeah.
situation of Governor
Do
Landry.
you really think, though, it had to be done the next day? Maybe because you had the open date coming up.
No.
I think
No.
that he had to do that so he could then get rid of Woodward.
Get Woodard. Yeah. No. They could have held on to Brian Kelly for the end of the year.
You can make the case for firing Brian Kelly.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
No
doubt.
Because,
No doubt.
And call it piling on if you
Right.
must. But a lot of stuff has come out. Bottom line, it appears he had fairly well lost the team, as they
Yeah.
say.
No doubt.
Kelly,
Scooter.
yeah.
And
No
it
doubt.
was, I think I put in the column last week. Football has no known cure for that.
No.
When you
No.
lose, the
You're
team.
right about that.
But
And you're an insider.
but-
You know that.
That's no doubt about it.
You know that.
In talking to players, Rick, in which I'm very close
yeah,
to a lot of the players, you could see it, Rick. The players were like, I'm done.
But
They had tuned out.
but
with
I
Kelly.
wish he could explain to me,
He meaning
the governor,
Governor Landry.
why Scott Woodward, a
He
very
didn't-
good AD. He Trump, he almost went Trump.
Yeah.
He just say anything.
Yeah.
And when it turns out to be not true, he doubles down on it.
And here's my deal, Kevin. He's critical of the deal for Kelly. 3 years ago, you sat here on this show and said this deal with Kelly is not good. 10 years, $100 million.
I said
You said
that.
it
But
3
he
years
acted like
I said that.
that was. I've got to protect taxpayers. No taxpayers have anything to do
Historically,
with paying
no.
off
Historically,
Kelly.
no. The governor can have concerns, but why all of a sudden he's complaining about it now?
Yeah.
He could have complained about it 3.5 years ago.
He also blamed Woodward from at his time at A&M.
Yeah.
For the Jimbo Fisher,
Yeah.
debacle,
Debacle,
forever
yeah.
contract which was not true.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, he originally
He hired
signed
Jimbo. He hired him,
but
yeah.
the extension
That wasn't done by him.
that
Another guy.
A&M is paying off now
Yeah.
was his success.
That wasn't.
Yes,
No,
yes.
it wasn't
there.
done by him. But
Yeah.
part
I
of
mean,
it was him
I
with that
cannot.
contract
Say,
too.
I will not let up on this because I thought Scott Woodard was an excellent AD,
Mm-hmm.
and for the life of me, I cannot wrap my arms around what the governor's problem with him was, other than it must be something personal.
I don't
reckoning.
know.
He wanted him out. It's a reckoning.
The thing that gets me, Rick, when you look at his interview, I think it was on Sunday, if Scott was looking at that, Rick, he knew he was fired that day.
Exactly.
knew he was
the
fired
main
that
job
day,
of an
Rick.
AD is hiring
He
people,
knew.
hiring coaches, and on all that stuff. You take away his ability to hire a head football coach. I don't blame Scott Woodard.
But he's
I'm out.
hired
Fire
3
me.
coaches that won 4 national
Yeah.
championships.
All right, so we all agree. Woodard is a quality AD for
Yes.
LSU. All right, so he's gone. All right, so now there's a search committee led by interim AD Verge Osbury.
Yes.
You know Verge.
I played-
You know
I
Verge.
know
I've never
Verge
met
very
Verge.
well.
Quality
I mean,
guy.
Should
Quality.
be the AD. He
Played
should
with
be
Verge.
the
Oh,
choice.
okay.
as
All right.
AD.
So he's got this search committee made up of members, many of them from the Board of Supervisors. So let me tell you, that Friday press conference last week with Ballard and Carmouche of the Board of Supervisors, that was a joke. It was a joke.
It was.
I mean, answer the question. It was like, was this the first press
There were
conference these guys
4
ever did?
Yeah, there were 4 different ways. The question: what was the grounds for firing Woodward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mutual agreement.
And you know what they said?
Wanted to go in a
they
different
did
direction.
all 4. I think it was 4 times. They rephrased an answer of, "It was a mutual
It was,
decision."
Come on,
They wanted
guys.
to go in a
Come
different
on.
direction. They wanted to go in a different
look,
direction.
I don't
It's
blame
what we'll
Governor
stay in.
Landry for saying, keep me abreast. Here's my opinion.
Yeah.
Here's my thoughts. I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for expressing concerns over the $52 million buyout. But no, he should
But it
not
was
be pushing out an
misguided.
AD. He should not be pushing out a head football coach. You can talk to people and you can, saying, hey, I'm not really pleased about this. What are y'all doing
Well, the whole
over there?
thing comes across as a power grab. I'm sorry.
It's a power game of politics.
You know politics.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Scooter, I mean,
Come on, Kevin.
I've never seen this happen before.
No.
In all the years of me being a part of LSU.
I picked this up.
I've never
The
seen
last
this
time
happen
LSU fired a head coach and an AD in the same week
In
or
the
so.
same-
1955. You were
Really?
still covering them then.
Really?
You were covering
I don't remember that one.
1955. Think about that. This is
1955?
unprecedented
Is that when
territory.
Diesel came
I don't know who it
in?
was,
You
but
just,
I
you
picked that
just would have thought, Rick, that
But
you
who
know,
was the AD?
not tearing down the house all at once, but basically kind of leaving somewhat of the house up
Exactly.
until you could maybe finish the rest of it.
Osbury says
But they
LSU
tore
is
it
not
down.
broken. Is it broken, Kevin?
Ooh, you got a lot of missing pieces
Well,
right now.
I agree.
LSU
You got a lot of missing
athletics
pieces right now.
has too much
lot of missing
going
pieces.
for it. If it is broken, it can
I don't know.
Right.
be
but
fixed
you have,
fairly easy.
You have a
You
lot
got
of
me
missing
thinking
pieces right
about
now.
55. It would have had to, I guess, been Jim
1955.
Corbett. And
That's
I guess
way too early for me
Diesel.
to even know which one that was.
I don't know.
That's
All right.
way
Very
too
good
early.
AD.
I have no idea.
Everybody is
when that could have
I
been.
think it's Governor Landry. I think it's
Yes.
Ballard, Carmouche, whoever says Verge Osbury will hire the next head coach as an interim AD.
Well, yeah, they said that.
I don't take that for what it's worth, but I don't think that that's totally correct in what they're saying.
That's-
I think Verge will have some assistance. Believe me when
Well,
I say
yeah,
that.
Okay.
Verge,
Totally be
Verge-
the person to hire the next coach.
Verge is going to use the assets around
Yeah.
him.
yeah, of course
sure.
you should. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
I didn't know till this week that Brian Terrio was on the board of supervisors.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Baseball player, remember?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't
Yes.
know. All right.
Did you know
Yep.
that?
Yes, I did.
Let me say this. Our production schedule was earlier in the week. The LSU Board of Supervisors went into an executive session while we were doing our show production to discuss the naming of the new LSU president. The 3 finalists spoke, including McNeese president Wade Roos. So
Yes.
as we're doing our show production, they're still in executive session, so no answer. But
Right.
guys, the LSU president will have to have some say in all what's going on with
No
AD
doubt,
and head
Rick.
coach.
Well, not really.
I would think.
I do. I would think. I would think, Scooter, yes.
We're up
I
against
would
that
He
clock.
can put his
We got-
trust in Verge.
Yeah, put trust in
He
Verge.
could. He
More of
could.
the show when we come back. Stay right there.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to wonder who to call. At Reclaim Restoration, we're your trusted partner, 24/7, 365. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, we rebuild, renew, and revitalize your property and your peace of mind. Locally trusted, nationally certified, and voted Acadiana's Choice 2024. Call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah. We're back. Caesar Sportsbook, Horseshoe Lake Charles. Let me tell you this. It's the home of the iconic place for sports betting. That is Caesar Sportsbook, of course. It is the home of Brews Brothers, right next door to Caesars, where you can get great casual dining and catch all the live action.
Some.
Did you not?
Yes, I did.
Did you order everything on the menu?
No.
Just kept it short and sweet.
Just kept it short.
Always.
Home of Brews Brothers, great dining, and you
Yes,
catch
it
all
is.
the action on the large screen. And of course, the premier steakhouse in the entire state of Louisiana, that would be Gordon Ramsay Steak. It's all right here.
It is.
At the home of the $75,000 cash progressive jackpot all the way through the end of the year. That would be Horseshoe Lake Charles.
Somebody's going to win that money.
Write all that down. All right, let's keep the train rolling, gentlemen. A lot to talk about. Jammed up show with all
Yes.
this LSU football. We got basketball coming up as well. All right, so the Cowboys, I call it a rebound bounce back game.
Okay.
They tear up Northwestern State, literally the worst team in the SLC, 50-3. Think about this.
Can you believe that?
Think about they
Wow.
get creamed. I'm talking about the Cowboys. They have a bad game against Southeastern, right?
Yeah.
Open date, and then they bounce back and win big, Houston Christian. Bad
They
game at
needed
Nicholls
that.
State, they get
needed
wiped
that.
out, and then they come back and beat Northwestern State. But what's the common denominator in all of this, guys? Please share me, please.
I was ignoring you.
Don't blame you for that. The Huskies and the Demons are like.
I like the two worst teams in the conference.
Well, you
I
know,
shouldn't
They
say
won
that.
the game. Give
I
them
shouldn't-
credit.
I shouldn't say that, Rick.
These games for drama this year. You might as well stay home.
You might as well.
I shouldn't say that.
No.
I did some research.
Uh-oh.
here.
You're
I
not
did some
supposed to do research.
Okay.
And McNeese's, what's their record?
They're now
3
and 6.
3 and 6.
The six
Yes.
losses,
Uh-oh. You did math?
the average score 38-14. The wins, the average score 44-4.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
44-4.
Gotta look
That makes
at who
sense.
they play.
Yeah.
Hey, it's on paper, numerically, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that's
way
about
the
right.
season hit.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Kevin, I asked Matt Viator this.
Hey.
Has this team, earlier in the week, has this team learned how to win? And I asked Coach, what is your assessment of learning how to win? And he pulled out practice, preparation, detail, fundamental. That's how you learn how to win games.
Yeah.
They haven't won back-to-back games vis-a-vis what Scooter's talking about all year. They have not
Ricky,
won
you know,
back-to-back games.
the point you make is a good one because it's kind of the situation we were in at St. Louis, having to find
That would
ways
be
to
St.
win.
Louis High School, right?
St. Louis
Not
High-
like St. Louis,
No,
Missouri.
no,
Okay,
no,
I'm
no,
just checking.
St. Louis High School.
Just checking.
Just being able to try and get kids in the mindset of what you have to do as a team to win and to not go back to how things were. And McNeese, you know, in all the years we've covered them, it's really been a hard year for us to talk about them, to be honest with you, right?
Well,
Because of
I
them
think
not
this
winning.
year better than last year.
Because
Just, I
Well-
still see some hope just because Viator.
And I do too,
And I
Scooter.
think Matt Viator will get this thing
I
turned
do too.
You got to give them time.
How would you like to be looking at Northwestern's program right now? Where
They've
would they
improved.
go?
They've improved. You
But
didn't
I
see
think
it in the hole in the
when
Bar
you-
Stadium,
No.
but they have. But they
when,
have.
when you have somebody like a Matt Viator come back,
That's an improvement.
Yeah.
you kind of expect a little bit more, Rick, but us knowing football know that it takes a lot, man, to have brand new coaches, brand new players. You know, you got to bring all of that back together. You got to get everybody believing in one way. And sometimes, Rick, that's hard because a lot of kids that you're taking from the portal, you don't know what the
Hit
reasons
and
were
miss.
for them leaving or
Hit and
coming
miss.
or whatever.
Thursday, another one of my TV show teases. Thursday
And
show.
that's a lot you have to deal
I'm
with.
going to tell you why McNeese is in the boat they're in.
Really?
Yeah, I will.
You've got all the answers? I mean, you've got the
I
answers.
got one answer.
Okay, all right.
That's on Thursday's Sound Off. All right.
Okay.
The key stat from this game is 313 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
You get 300 plus yards on the ground, you know, you're going to
More
win
than
the
likely
game.
you're going to win, Rick.
Yeah.
You're gonna
You
win.
better
the game.
win the
You
game.
better
You
win
know.
the game. Exactly. And look, they again, Jake Strong, quarterback. Love the guy. I do. Early in the game, what first possession?
Yeah.
Pick. Wasn't a pick
Yeah.
six.
Yeah.
But he leads the conference with 10 picks.
10 interceptions.
3 returned for pick sixes.
Yeah.
But he's able to rebound and put a decent game together after.
And you need somebody like that, Rick, because you need a player that's going to forget about it and move on, because if you start dwelling on that stuff, Rick, it can only lead to more of those. So I'm thinking, Rick, Matt, finish up good. Go into next season knowing exactly what it is that you need to win.
Here's a little math problem for you, Hobbs. Here's my pin. They're 3-6.
Yes.
3 games remaining. You got to run the table to match last year's 6-6.
Well, I can do that math, but
Yeah.
I think
Well,
there's a lot more hope.
Well,
Regardless,
so what are you saying, Rick? If not, was it a disappointing year? Is that what you're saying?
If they go, if they go
Yeah.
5-6, yeah.
I was
It
saying,
don't match last year, yeah.
I think I was saying 500 would be,
Yeah.
a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought they would be.
Yeah.
About a 6-16, but they let one or two of them. They let
Okay.
one or two of them slip away. Look, Philip Bradford, love
Yeah.
the kid, number 44, reserve
Yes.
defensive end, defensive player of the week in the Southland Conference. I mean, more tackles for losses, a couple of sacks, a fumble
Yeah.
recovery. This kid is everywhere. He's in and out. They're moving him all around. I mean, he needs to be on the field.
He does. I
44
totally agree.
needs to be on the field
All
right?
the time.
The yellow flag is out. We got to hit this break. We got more.
Yes.
We got Cowboys and Cowgirl basketball and the Saints. Yeah, they're still on our mind when we return. Stay right there.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
What's bugging you?
Is it roaches? They're the first pest you think of for indoor bugs and a health threat. At J&J, we offer weapons to eliminate and prevent infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
Reclaim Restoration is your trusted partner serving Southwest Louisiana from Lake Charles to Lafayette. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
All right, welcome back to Sound Off. We always like to remind you, if you have a termite problem, you got a pest control problem, or you got a problem like Scooter always moving his hands while I'm
Yeah,
talking.
always.
Call J&J Exterminating. Protecting what's near and dear to
Always,
you in Louisiana for over 60 years. That's our boys, Tim Broussard and Brian Gaspard and the gang at
Yes.
J&J Exterminating. All right, before we get anywhere else, all right, I'm throwing a curveball at you. You ready? You're moving
Come
our
on,
hands
come
around.
on, come on.
Washington Commanders head coach Dan
Oh,
Quinn.
Rick.
How much blame,
Malfeasance.
how much heat
Oh,
should he
Rick.
take
Rick.
Jaden
Malfeasance.
Daniels out for the rest of the year with a dislocated left elbow?
see
His
that?
left elbow.
Did you
Yeah.
see that?
Oh,
They were,
yeah, I
in,
did.
in case you weren't familiar, it was fourth quarter and they were trailing, 38
30.
to 8?
game
Yeah,
was
they were
over. The game
31.
was over.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the game was
The
way
game was over.
Yeah. And he's
And,
in
and
there.
it wasn't 100% to begin with. And you've got him out there in a lost cause.
That's
Come
your
on.
Rick. That's your.
And I like
that's-
that coach.
That's
Good
your,
coach.
Yeah.
I like
But
him.
Rick,
but what
that's-
was he thinking?
What was he thinking?
But don't tell me he's going to say, "Oh, well, Jaden wanted to be in there." Well, of
No, no.
course he was.
And
Man,
plus,
that's
you
the
know,
face of your franchise.
That's why adults
What?
are in charge.
well, Jaden Daniels has, he missed 2 or 3 games already.
Yes,
With
yes.
a hamstring, with this or that.
Yes.
So he's been hobbled already. And, he's still a slight fella. He's not overly, he doesn't have
Yeah.
forearms and
Pretty
arms.
tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's tall.
Yeah.
He's no Tom Brady size or Dan Marino. My point is, but guys, there are other guys upstairs. Where's Cliff Kingsbury yelling in the headphone? Let's
He's
get
on
him
the
out.
field. He's on the field.
Where's an offensive
on the field.
assistant?
He's
Say,
on the field.
Get him out, Coach.
Get him out.
You know.
I mean, he's not really 100%. This
Are
is
you
first game back.
filibustering so we
But
won't have to-
I'm
Talk about the
dumbfounded.
Saints.
Pardon?
You filibustering. We don't have to talk about
Good call.
the Saints.
No, let's get on the
I'm
Saints.
dumbfounded.
Look,
honestly.
talk about a die for Washington. NFC championship game
Last year.
team last year.
Last year.
Now they'll probably be bottom of the NFC East. But
Wow.
it's a quarterback league. All right, look, speaking of quarterbacks, all right, Kellen Moore goes with Tyler Schroff, right?
Yeah.
New starter, 3 straight 3-and-outs. Key stat, the Rams had 9 first downs, equal to the amount of offensive plays the Saints had run at one point.
Yes.
Think about that.
No, what you say
Think
makes
about
sense,
that.
Rick. What you say makes sense.
But, guys, it was 20-10 at half.
Rick, that
Still?
game,
Yeah, I still hadn't figured out how.
I don't know. I don't know either.
that game was over before it even started, Rick. And, Kellen Moore, guys, we keep sitting here saying this and that, but we go back to saying this, Rick. Some coaches are just good coordinators. They're not head coaches.
All right.
And I'm going to stick to that. And you guys are going to
hold on.
apologize.
Hold
you guys
on.
going to apologize after the
Wait a
season's
minute.
over.
You've been saying you've been Nostradamus in the last year, but another TV tease, Thursday show, a key question when it comes
Okay.
to Kellen Moore.
Okay.
But look,
Okay.
I thought schematically, he's got an offensive brain.
He does.
He
There's
does.
no doubt, Rick.
But
There's no doubt.
The few weapons he has, Scooter, just doesn't seem to be working them schematically
Well, I disagree.
Do you?
I mean,
Tell me, please
your
tell me.
premise.
How?
I
Tell me.
think they have a few weapons. You've watched LSU play. They have no offensive line. Their offensive line is awful.
Wait a minute. LSU is the Saints.
The Saints, well, both. The Saints.
Look,
They have a few weapons.
Awful? I don't know about awful.
They don't know. Yeah, it's awful.
Well, in LA,
They don't have. Well, we don't think they have a quarterback. If they do, it hadn't shown itself.
not yet. Not yet.
But the biggest problem with the Saints is their offensive line. It's terrible.
Boy, that's strong. I don't know.
I
McCoy
don't
was
know
missing in the
if-
Rams game. He was out. He's key to that line, Eric McCoy. He was out. I don't know. No, I wouldn't say awful. I would say in need of some depth. But I'm just a good OC can work around that, Kevin.
you can. I
You
mean,
can
that's
work
what-
around that.
I mean,
quick
that's what
passes,
you do.
roll
That's
out,
what you
move
do.
your guy.
It's not even in the cards to where the Saints even look like they have anything that they can even impose on a defense offensively to make them have to change what they're doing. I mean, that's sad. Honestly, that's sad. And I mean,
Earlier in the week on Tuesday, NFL trade deadline. Quickly.
yes.
I have no problem with them moving Shaheed or Olave
But-
or Alvin Kamara for all
but
that
let me
matter.
say this, Rick.
But I don't think they are.
Rick, one person is not going to change nothing.
You can get some draft picks.
I mean,
You can get some draft picks.
One person is not going to change anything.
I think a deal can help. I
Saints
think
right
a
now.
deal can help. I do. All
You're
right.
going to need more than one person to change the
I'm
situation
sitting it
there.
out.
Hey, Carolina is coming to the Dome next. They're 5-4.
Rick.
More on that later in the week. All right, let's shift to basketball. All right, Bill Armstrong, new head coach, Cowboys. Ela
We had him
Gazzardo,
on.
new Cowgirls head coach. They opened up the seasons earlier in the week with blowout wins as expected. But let me tell you, what you saw,
Every year they
if you
find
went to the game and
schools.
you saw clips, you saw what these teams will do, and how they'll play.
No,
Against
can
those
do.
kind of
Can
teams.
do.
I mean, every
What they
year it
can do.
amazes me how these
It's-
colleges find schools I have never heard of.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, where did
Yeah.
they get these things?
Yeah.
It's tough scheduling.
But I tell you what.
One of them's from Pensacola.
Pensacola
I go
Christian.
to
Yeah.
Pensacola or right near Pensacola, down there in Perdido,
Yep,
all
yep.
the time. I
Yep.
never heard of that
Because
school.
you're not looking for it,
Yep.
sir.
Well,
Yeah, you're right.
I guess
You're
you
right.
got to know where to look.
Rick,
Look,
like we've talked about and what we've said before, we've even had Coach Armstrong on the show. There's nobody in the Southland Conference even looks like this team.
no,
Let's just be
well.
honest,
We hadn't
man.
seen them yet, but
I don't think there is.
they're going to
Well,
be.
that
They're
could be
they're
true
I don't
with
think
the
there is, Rick.
Cowgirls this
Look,
year.
the
I
Cowgirls
don't think
are
there
a
is.
complete metamorphosis from the last 7 to 8 years, guys. They've got athletes. They have speed. They got an in-and-out game. They play
Look.
defense.
Can we?
Let's call
can
them
we,
the
Can we say
McNeese
this though?
Portal Queens.
But can we say this, Rick? The girls' team is not a new team.
No,
No.
If
No,
you know
it's
what
a
I mean when I
transfer
say
team
that, that's
from
all it
southeastern
is.
Louisiana.
The Portal
That's all it
Queens.
is.
That's
and the
what we're gonna do.
Cowboys,
That's all
let
it
me
is,
tell
Rick.
you,
It's not a new
Friday
team.
night at Santa Clara, Boy, that's going to be
That's
an
gonna be a
interesting
good
game.
game.
If they come away with an
That
upset
is.
of Santa Clara,
Yeah, that's gonna
that's
be a
going to
good
be
game.
interesting. My guy, LJ, remember? Larry
Oh, yeah.
Johnson, LJ
Oh, yeah.
Jam?
Oh, yeah.
30 points in the opener.
Wow.
We're up against the clock. Round 4 is coming up next. Stay right there.
The Horseshoe Lake Charles experience begins with elite gaming in the region's newest and most exciting venue, featuring all your favorite table games and slots. Caesar Sportsbook at Horseshoe is the legend in sports betting, and speaking of legendary, Gordon Ramsay Steak is above all others, where celebrity chef Ramsay brings his fury of flavor to Southwest Louisiana. Great food and live music at Blues Brothers, and of course impeccable hotel accommodations. Plus, earn big with your Caesars Reward Card. That's Horseshoe Lake Charles.
J&J has protected Louisiana homes and businesses for over 60 years.
Call him today, make the pests go away. J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
All right, the final round of Sound Off where we're debating and dueling here. Hey, former LSU head coach Ed Orgeron. I'm beating this drum.
That's okay, Rick.
He
Beat
needs
it.
to be
Beat
back
it.
in coaching.
He will.
He did a little
He
media
will, Rick.
tour last
No, he
week
will.
after all the
He will,
chaos
Rick.
in Baton Rouge, and he says,
He will.
I'm a phone call away.
That's
I
exactly
jump
what
in
he
my
said.
truck. Ed O
That's
can be
exactly
in Baton
what he
Rouge
said.
in a day.
Well, he's not going to get the head coaching job.
No, he won't get the head coaching job.
Yeah, but he had said, now he didn't say he would take an assistant job, but he said he would think about it. I would give him the chance to say no, if only
You're
for
damn
the
right.
reason that he is such a good recruiter,
Yeah.
and guys play for it.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
Guys
about
play
that.
for it.
Everybody at that level.
Exactly what this program has been missing a little bit.
Exactly
You're
right.
exactly right.
And look,
But
everybody at that
on
level.
the other side, if you're a new coach, presumably coming in with no LSU ties,
Yeah.
do you want a former head coach underneath
But
you?
that's where Lane Kiffin comes in.
Well, Lane Kiffin can pull it
Yeah,
off.
he can pull that off.
Yeah.
And look, guys, everybody at that level has ego, right?
Everybody.
But
Rick.
I think Ed O, Coach O, I think he would quelch that
I
that
think he
ego
would.
of his
No,
a
I
little
think
bit.
he would.
And
I
hey,
think he would.
Scooter, Auburn, Hugh Freeze is out, the fourth
would.
SEC coach. He might get a call from
And
Auburn.
will be another one this week. All that did, it was either going to be Hugh Freeze or the Kentucky coach.
Kentucky
Kentucky coach.
And this week, the Kentucky coach.
Yeah, I tell you. All right. Speaking of Lane Kiffin,
It's been rough.
there's a little rumblings at the Miami Dolphins that canned their GM last week, and Mike McDaniel's on his way out. They might be interested in bringing Lane Kiffin
Why
back
would
to
Lane
Florida.
Kiffin do
I'm
that?
just saying.
I don't think he would make a
I'm
Saban
just
mistake.
saying.
I
Hey,
don't think
before
he would
we
do that.
go,
I don't think
before
he
we
would do
go,
that.
you're the
No.
baseball guru. This World Series, I mean,
great.
it's one for the ages.
Why did the Blue Jays bunt?
I don't know the game like you. I didn't watch every
I
play.
don't know it either, Scooter.
But did they choke?
As
Quickly, did they choke?
Yes. As soon as they bunted to put runners at the corner with one out, I said,
yeah. I see.
This
I remember.
series is about to end on a double play.
And
what was it?
3-2.
Pitches later, Taylor made double play.
3-2
Dodgers
lead
dog pile.
in Toronto, and let the Dodgers come back. We're out of time. We'll see you.